Hello guys, welcome to Nullvoid. Today we're going to go over a problem called Simplify Path. It's a problem asked by companies like Amazon, Microsoft, Facebook, so let's look into it.
I don't really care if you cry. You're already should've never lied. Should've saw the way.
Problem description says that given a string path, which is an absolute path starting with a slash, to a file or a directory in a Unix file system, convert it to simplified canonical path. So there are some rules. We'll get an input string path. We need to apply some rules to get the canonical path. That is what the question wants us to do. And this canonical path is called simplified path. So the rules are that our answer path, the resulting path, should start with a single slash. Any two directories that are separated should have a single slash between them. The path does not end with a trailing slash. The path only contains directories on the path from root directory to the target file directory. That is, no period or double period are allowed. So if we look at our first example, that is in input path we have home, we return this because we do not want any trailing slashes. And then if we get this, then this double period means that we have to go back directory. So that is why we just return this. And if we get this, we according to one of the rules, we can have only one single slash between two directories. And in the same manner, if we get this, we return this based on whatever operations are happening here. So it's sort of like implementing CD in Unix system. So how do we do that? So the main thing is, whenever we see a directory, so we need a data structure to say that we have seen this directory, so we need to add it to the simplify path. But whenever we see double period, we need to remove the directory from our simplified path. And for such operation, the data structure that should be used is called stack. So we'll be using stack. Actually, we'll be using a double-ended queue in which we can access an element from both the ends of the queue. And according to the Java documentation, DQ is more consistent with stack behavior than stack. So that is why we are using it. And the reason being because stack implements vector class. Stack is the child of vector class. And in vector, you can access an embed by position, which exposes this behavior to stack also, and which is not very in line with how stack should work. So that is why we should use DQ. At first, we need to get individual directories or individual operations. So operations are double period. So how do we do that? What we can do is we can split this path on this slash. So the very first thing we will do is we will split it and create a string array. So we can call string array as dirs, and we can do path dot split, and we need to split on this forward slash. Next thing is we need the double-ended queue. So this is the library, or this is the data structure in Java for double-ended queue. It should contain strings. This DQ will hold our different directories, which we will later convert to string and output. So I can let's name it maybe let's name it DQ only for now. Yep. And we can initialize this new array. And next thing we need to do is we need to iterate through this dir array that we have. So for, let's say, string dir and dirs. Now, if the string is empty, so in a case like this, if we see example 3, in a case like this, string will be empty. So we can say if dir is empty, or if dir has double period, so single period. So a case like this, in both these cases we just need to ignore it. We do not have to add, as this is not a directory and this is also not an operation, so we just need to ignore this. So if dir dot equals, what do we do in this case? We continue. This is our first condition. Next we can check if we have a double period. So if dir dot equals, so if this is equal to double period, what do? We need to remove the last directory that we have inserted. So how we can do is, we can, so in double ended queue you can do a poll last. So this will remove the last element that you have inserted. Else we just need to, else we have a directory, so we just need to add it to our double-ended queue. So let's add it. We can add this. So this should do it. This is our core logic of the function. And the last thing we need to do is we need to convert this double-ended queue to a simplified string and return it. So what we can do is, so one important thing is we need a slash before the directory name. So before all the directory names, so we add this. Then later we can do a string dot join. What this will do is it will pick all the elements in this not stack, which is dq. So it will what the string dot join will do, it will take all the elements in this dq and insert a forward slash between them. So I think this should be good enough. Let's run it. I missed a semicolon. Ouch. Awesome, that works. Let's submit it. It should pass all the test cases. Yep, it does. So that's how you solve simplified path, a problem asked by companies like Facebook, Amazon, Microsoft. In fact, this was asked in one of my interviews, and also I've asked this in few of the interviews that I have taken. So it's a very common question. So I will highly recommend you. So if you have any doubts in this problem, or if you want me to solve any other Leetcode or any other coding problem, you can comment that below and I can take a look. And if you like this, if this was helpful, then please do leave a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I think I'll see you next time.
She said, baby, I am not afraid to die.